Peace and blessings. So this is going to be a free mini reading that that one of my people won. And this is just a little bit of me giving back for December, just giving a little bit of my time. Basically, they want a general. I'm going to be using the Hayworth Tarot. I've been really enjoying this deck. So I'm just going to focus and see what the cards have to say. So just take a minute to focus with me as I shuffle. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's take a look here. Oh, so right away, I'm seeing basically at the core of what's on your mind and what you need. It's kind of like there is a spiritual factor involved. That's one thing. But I also feel like you're sort of stuck and you're not sure maybe what the next move is to make, and things of that sort. So that's coming in at the center. Let's go ahead and reveal the rest of these. All right. So what's weighing on your mind, it's like you're being called to do to walk in your passion, to send messages that you're passionate about. But I think you feel, or you may be overthinking, that your mind may be overriding your heart in that sense, because maybe you feel like you might be judged by a certain demographic of people. And that's kind of what's on your mind. Like there's like this overthinking about everything, the message that you want to send, the message that you want to share, something that you're really passionate about, and feeling the call to do that, but also understanding that by taking those steps that there may be some kind of some kind of judgment. And I will just say it like this: you can't make everybody happy, you can't please everybody. So the most thing that you could do is just walk in your truth, and so that at least at the end of the day you feel like you did what you were supposed to do. Underlying the current situation, so basically the current situation is you're weighing two things. You're weighing your options. You definitely feel the change coming in the air, even though you've been in a little bit of a stasis and a little bit of a really deep in it. There's definitely like a spiritual thing going on. And what is funny is that people see you in your power. Whoever you are surrounding yourself with in the spirit, in your spiritual, I feel like you are on the right path, is what I'm getting. Because what's on your mind, this is what's weighing you down, but the reality of it is people are seeing you be very, what's the word I'm looking for? A stable kind of, like they look up to you for your gifts and your knowledge and your passion for things. And you are supposed to continue to deliver that. Now, the shift, the change, I don't know if it's just like a lifestyle change, if you're, you know, I think, the King of Wands corresponds to fixed fire, which is Leo energy. So if you do public speaking, if you do drama or shows or things like that, anything very creative, that is what people see in you. And if you allow your spirituality to fuel that passion and delivering those messages, I feel like, the trajectory is saying that's how people see you now, and that's how you can continue to move if you so desire, and the underlying current, you may have, you may be doing a little bit too much. You may feel a little bit exhausted or oppressed, and you just have your hands in a lot of things. And I feel like this Two of Pentacles is saying you have to make a choice. You have to let go of a little bit of dead weight in order to move a little bit more freely in the things that you want to do or need to do. So if there are things that you're doing, like there's a difference between being busy and productive. We can always be busy, but are we actually being productive? You might want to, assess that for yourself and see what's actually the best use of your time, so that you're not overburdening yourself, you're not burning yourself out, because you have the power to make all these things happen. You have that, and I know you feel that you can manifest what you want, but you may be feeling like you're burnt out right now, and which is being burnt out and makes everything else harder to navigate. You have to give yourself some time to recharge. Yeah. The card on the underneath is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is typically like the fulfillment card, the family card. Are you doing things because you have to do it to support your family, or are you not getting support from your family? I feel like there's a dynamic here that needs to be addressed in order for you to keep moving in a trajectory that's beneficial for you, that makes you feel like you have a sense of purpose, that you're, authentically walking in that purpose, and that you are not overburdening yourself, and that you speak out. You may have to have a sit down with somebody to talk about your concerns, and kind of facing that perhaps fear of rejection may turn out to actually be a blessing. Like if people don't know about it, how can they accept it or not? You know what I mean? Especially if you have a way of explaining to them when they're level-headed and things like that. There's definitely a family dynamic, I feel, that needs to be addressed in order for you to continue moving forward here. Because that's what I'm getting. There's definitely some, that core of it is spiritual in nature. It is. And maybe you are being judgmental of yourself because of how you were brought up, and you're not sure if going down this what you're feeling is true to you now, if that's going to affect you in any other kind of way. It's okay to change what you once knew for what you know now and what your beliefs are now. It's totally okay to do that. So don't be so hard on yourself. I feel like the card is saying that you're being more hard on yourself than anything, and you're putting pressure on yourself that you should do these things, and and so it makes you like unsure of what to do and which way to go. So, if you have somebody close in your family that you can talk to, maybe bounce some ideas off of them. I think that would maybe help you kind of decide. But honestly, with these cards on this side, you have the vigor and the energy to do what you are doing in your spiritual journey. And you have messages to give. And you have to allow yourself space to recharge. You may be just overexerting yourself. You want to be able to let that inner imagination out. Everything does seem quite elementally wise. You have fire, air, water, earth, air. And then earth comes up again. Yeah, it is relatively balanced. There doesn't seem to be anything lacking. So that's good. All right. So let's see if there's any additional advice that Lenormand might have for you. A new friend will help you see things clearly. Somebody who's new in your circle will help you see things. It will give you clarity. Somebody that you have loyalties with, fresh loyalties with, is gonna spark. It's gonna spark in your head. And that's funny. I say spark because that comes up, but you have all these wands right here. It's fire, fire, fire. That creativity and that spark is there. There's gonna be somebody close to you, and that came up in this card here. But this is saying some loyal new clarity. Clarity, new. It says see like friend, new insights, new clarity. So keep that in mind moving forward. That bouncing some ideas off of some fresh perspectives might help you to gauge what it is you're trying to accomplish in your head, and it'll help you kind of figure out how to navigate. But I do see that it looks like you're on the right path. You're on the right trajectory. You just have to finish up some business before you can continue to move forward. So this now concludes your reading. Thank you for letting me read for you. Please let me know if you found this helpful, insightful. And if you have any questions, go ahead and send me a message. So on that note, much love, many blessings. Peace.